Yeah, absolutely. No, it was, I guess, one of those days, starting a partnership with Mitch Marsh and just bouncing off his energy and intent out there. And again, another amazing innings from him. He's had a pretty special 18 months. And we always felt pretty confident. Losing that wicket obviously halts a bit of momentum, but then the way that Paddy come out and kept the scoreboard going, I think we've seen in the biggest matches the skipper come through again. So, yeah, it was pretty impressive from Paddy as well.
Did you feel, despite those early wickets last night, that the flow of the game had shown that once the ball gets a bit older, it does become a bit different here, and you weren't going to give him a chance for a second one?
Yeah, we saw it in our bowling innings that it's a new ball wicket. I thought this morning, though, the ball still moved around a fair bit, and Matt Henry's series was unbelievable. So some key threats in him and Tim. To be able to get through that, I guess losing one wicket this morning was okay. Got through to lunch, and then probably felt like that's when the game opened up a little bit and the partnership started to flow. And we sat on Phillips, who caused us a few headaches this tour, but I thought we summed up the situation throughout that partnership. And then, as I mentioned, the way that Paddy come out, field sort of changed a little bit. He kept the scoreboard going, and I didn't feel under any pressure from his end.
How did you sleep last night, and what was going through your mind when you walked out of 5 for 80?
I slept better last night than the night before when I dropped the cash, that's for sure. But confident. I feel like I come into the series batting well at Sheffield Shield level, and a little bit disappointed with the first game's dismissals. But I was confident. I thought, again, if we could get through that first burst, then the wicket flattened out a little bit. So to be able to do that, build that partnership, stay really focused, and just chip away at the scoreboard was it was good.
Do you feel like you've been batting well in the nets, but just it had been just silly errors that have been getting you out?
Yeah, you could look at it like that. I think so. It's probably the way I play a little bit. At times we'll try to create a little bit too much, but I thought today I kept to a really solid plan. Read the conditions, read the bowlers, and I guess the partnership as well. So, yeah, happy with how today went.
Right.
Alex is maybe your wicketkeeper from today, your test captain. And just so what do you think this innings means for him, and also for the team to have him get a hero along?
I can't really speak for him, what it means to you, but I think his glove work's been basically flawless since he started, and that's obviously pretty much your main role as a keeper in the side. And we've seen it over many years in ODI cricket, state cricket recently, and some key test innings that Kez is well and truly a match winner with his batting as well. And I think 98 on it's away series. Scoring runs away is always harder than home. Is another nod to, the pretty special career that Kez is carving out for himself.
And just for you personally, have you added fast bowler captain finisher to your
Not by choice.
Alex, probably the keepers role in the past have been coming in at 5 for quite a few written finishing touches over the last year or so. Certainly 6 months has been 5 for not many. Do you enjoy that challenge, or would you prefer a little bit less scrutiny and pressure?
No, I enjoy that challenge. I feel like this group's been able to get out of situations. I guess each guy's had a game where they've been able to do that. So, in the last 7 games we've won, 6? Although at times, a little bit under pressure. I think the way that we've, stayed resilient throughout that and believed. We've got a really special bowling attack who's kept us in games, but Mitchell Marsh's 12 months, Travis Heads, Steve Smith at the top of the order, Kawaja. You look across the board, everyone's had their moments, and it's a really special team we're playing in.
Especially nice to have the family watching on from the grass bank.
It was nice, yeah. Lou's running around out there and having a bit of fun. So I'm sleeping with him actually at night time and getting kicked in the ribs. So put him in the spare room tonight.
How do you feel now
Yeah, feel great. I think really rewarding the last couple of months. 6 out of 7 tests. It's you'd certainly take that. Some big series wins, and I think to Kez's point as well. At times, I don't think we played our best cricket and still found a way to win. I think in a couple of previous summers we'd kind of blown teams out of the water. This summer wasn't the case, but still, at the key moment, someone stood up and we found a way to win. So, really proud of the group. Again, it's off the back of a lot of cricket over the last couple of years. World Cup, away Ashes, World Test Championship, 4 matches in India. It's been a big body of work over the last couple of years, but the boys keep showing up, keep trying to get better each day and keep finding a way to win. So I couldn't be prouder of the boys.
How much is that fatigue? We don't see it on the outside. How much internally does it pile up at the end of the?
I think we've been pretty good at managing it. This summer in particular there's been a few little gaps. It's a bit harder in, say, in an Ashes or something where there's basically 6 in 7 weeks. But we try and do our best. You see, it's training sessions, warm-ups, bringing families along, all those things we try to keep as relaxed as possible, knowing that you're at the field every day. That's when you go to work and that's when you've got to switch on. But outside of that, it's all about trying to find some freshness for game time. So no doubt, a bit of fatigue at the end of the summer, but everyone seems in a pretty good spot.
Given Australia made one over one ball, was there consideration of a more cautious approach there? I mean, we heard from Nathan last night, we're just going to go for the runs and play true ball. Did you ever consider doing it slowly?
Sorry, was that start 1 over rather than 1 ball?
The required weight.
Oh, 1 and over. Sorry, I got you. I think that's our strongest suit, to be honest. The way, Trav, Mitchie, Kez, they're all really positive batters, and we've been on the flip side of that quite a few times. I mean, as a captain, I know it's annoying when the other team's just ticking over the scoring rate. So something we spoke about today was just keeping that scoreboard running. Suddenly it's 200, 190, 180, 170. As a fielding side, you do notice that. You do start feeling the pressure build up. I think the pressure shifts to the opposition. So, we certainly didn't feel like we wanted to rush it, but that was something we definitely spoke about, was putting the pressure back on, trying to keep the runs ticking over.
Marnus and Alex got runs in this test where they knew them, but back home there were still some questions about Steve Smith and Elijah from top of order. Do you just sort of roll your eyes at that, given what they've done in the game, or do you see it?
I think we all know how good they are. Again, how much cricket they've played. Test cricket is tough. You're playing in different conditions. Played 7 games in the last couple of months. It's tough. So, we're pretty adamant these are our best 6 batters. But of course, you're always looking at how your batting unit functions, how you're going to pick the best batting unit to try and perform. But we're really happy with how the boys are going. No doubt a few of them will look back and kind of wish they scored a few more runs over the last couple of games, but basically everyone in the lineups won a match this summer. So, yeah.
Just one more, that's all right. I mean, just to comment on the state of the Trans-Tasman rivalry, do you sense mental edge over them?
It's hard to say. We don't play against New Zealand that often in Test matches, so the team's always changing. I reckon probably half our team hadn't played New Zealand before in a Test match, so hard to say. It's always wonderful battles. We know a lot of the guys really well, get on with them well, but the Test matches always seem pretty fiercely fought, but we've fortunately had a bit of success over the years.
Right over the back there.
From New Zealand perspective, but either of you really, but probably more ours. What was it like in terms of facing Ben Sears compared to the rest of the New Zealand race?
Yeah, I thought he had a great debut. Obviously, got thrown the ball there late in the day and got him back in the game. So congratulate him on his debut. I think Matty Henry, we saw just how consistent he gets the ball to move in these conditions. And obviously Tim Southey, the experience that he's got is always going to cause threats. But yeah, I think guys with a bit of airspeed, some different plans. He got a big breakthrough. But I thought we played him pretty well, and Paddy, scored against him as well late. So, to the batting, I guess we summed up the day pretty well. Yeah, he was. I think that's probably his role though, is to come in and bowl a bit faster. I thought O'Rourke's first game, he's got some wheels as well and a bit of bounce. So some good quicks over here for sure. But 2 experienced quicks opening the bowl and pretty solid.
We've got Tim waiting, so I'll take a couple more. Dan, B first.
Obviously, in terms of, assessing how the team is going, I suppose it's trying to be rational and take, the pressure of win-loss results out of it a bit. But does the fact that you were able to summon a win today, and there's 9 months before the next Test match, does it sort of leave you all thinking in terms of wanting to keep that group together because of the sort of things you can achieve together, rather than, I suppose, looking at individuals and responsibilities a bit?
Yeah, I think it's a factor. I think it's similar to almost the ODI World Cup where, you keep finding a way to win, even if at times it's not fully functioning, the whole unit. So, again, I think one of our biggest strengths is the experience we have. Just about, at least half the team have played 50 Test matches. It's pretty hard to replicate. And I think in those key moments, being able to draw on that knowledge, guys played all around the world, it's valuable. So, I think you always look at your best 11 players who you think is going to win the Test match, but we're in no rush to make kind of rash changes.
And just Alex, does that sort of ease your mindset heading into the winter, and how nice is it to be able to sort of rest on that, not rest on that, but be able to look back at that for heading into next season?
Look, it's nice to, finish with, firstly the win and some runs, but I think probably now it gets a little bit more stressful for me. I have to do some school drop-offs and change all the nappies, so probably want the cricket to keep going.
Is there part of this team at all that feels you need to, not need, but there is something about having your backs against the wall and being in this tough situation does bring out the best in you, or is it just a coincidence that you haven't played quite as well and just have got over the line?
Hard to say. I think when your back's against the wall, you do suddenly go into competition mode. You start trying to problem solve on the fly. And I think that's, a lot of cricketers are at their best when they're like that. You're not worried about technique or, you're just playing exactly what's in front of you. So maybe, haven't really thought about it, but there might be something in that.
Do you have one more, Brett?
Yeah, just on the continuation of that batsman, there's always talk of legacy of teams and all that. You often said we could be a little more ruthless with the fact that finding ways of winning Test matches, and like you said earlier, guys are putting their hand up. Is that part of your legacy in the team?
Yeah, I hope so. I don't think legacy is something we can kind of control that much. It's probably for others, but again, I think we've had success, and now it's been quite sustained success. It's a lot of cricket we play over 18, 12, 24 months, and whatever format, whichever guys kind of step in, we've found a way to win. So, I hope so. I hope that's part of how we remember, because that's what the feeling is at the moment. It's a real team effort. Someone stands up in the key moments.